Hello everyone, welcome back to ThoseYGOguys. I'm your host Alessandro, and in this video we're going to be talking about the fully completed Hero Strike structure deck. Yes, all the cards have been revealed, and some of the missing cards that have been left blank and we just don't know what they can do have been finally confirmed with full effects on the past few weeks ago. So I decided to wait until the fully announced completed list of the structure decks, so that way I can give my review on this product that is about to come into the OCG. Currently today is now June 21st, 2014, and hopefully we'll get to see a similar version of this Hero Strike structure deck sometime around September, I guess. But before I get into the review, since I mentioned that today is June 21st, 2014, that day marks the 3-year anniversary of ThoseYGOguys. So I'd like to thank everyone for sticking around with the channel since its development days. Yes, it is not the most perfect channel, but it means a lot to have supporters like you guys who've been watching this video subscribe and give feedbacks as well, which it really makes me want to do videos and interact with you guys a lot more. So it's kind of like my driving force to keep making more videos as well for YouTube and all that stuff. So thank you very much for supporting ThoseYGOguys. It really does mean a lot to me. So, as a special treat, let's get started by doing the Hero Strike structure deck. So let's get started on some of the newer cards that we're about to see. Now some of the cards you probably have seen in the previous video that I've discussed, but I'm going to briefly go over quickly and give my feedbacks. First up, we have Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. It is a level 4 dark attribute warrior type monster with 1000 attack, 1500 defense, and with the effect stated, if this card is special summoned, you can add one change quick play spell card from your deck to your hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one hero monster from your deck to your hand, except Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. You can only use one Elemental Hero Shadow Mist effect per turn, and only once that turn. So basically it is our newly retrained version of Elemental Hero Stratos in a way with the second part of the effect, but it also supports the new mechanic of Mask Heroes. That's basically the new focus that Konami is pushing for heroes, is Mask Heroes. And as you're about to see later on in this video, Mask Hero looks like a really powerful force that will, who knows, might push Elemental Heroes to maybe top tier status depending on how the format will shape up when the newly TCG structure deck will come out. So without further ado, let's get started discussing one of the newer cards, Contrast Hero Chaos. Now I briefly discussed about just the name of this card, but we didn't know what it can do or what it's capable of. Now we finally know what it can do. It is a level 9 warrior type fusion monster, dark attribute with 3000 attack, 2600 defense, and its requirements are 2 mask hero monsters. This card is always treated as an elemental hero monster, must be fusion summoned, and cannot be special summoned by any other ways. While face up on the field, this card is also treated as a light attribute. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can target one face up card on the field, negate that target's effects until the end of this turn. So, here's a very interesting part. Yes, the requirement of having 2 masked heroes to make this card is a bummer, but funny enough, with the clause that this card is treated as an elemental hero monster, you can use Parallel World Fusion or Miracle Fusion to bring this guy out. And what's so scary about this card is the fact that while he's face up on the field, he can basically target one face-up card and negate. He's pretty much, if you guys know Legendary Six Samurai Sheet N, he's pretty much like that, but on steroids. He can negate monster effects during either player's turn, spells, or trap cards. Basically, he's just that incredible. And he's 3,000 attack beater. I mean, that's like something even Legendary Six Samurai Sheehan can't do by himself. And this card is amazing once you drop this card onto the field, because it is pretty much the ultimate, penultimate in or the ultimatum for late game status. Very good card. Very good card. Up next we have Mask Hero Koga. It is a level 8 light attribute warrior fusion monster with 2500 attack, 1800 defense. Is stated must be special summoned by mass change and cannot be special summoned by other ways. This card gains 500 attack for each monster your opponent controls, which pretty sucks for decks that can swarm. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can banish one hero monster from your graveyard, then target one face-up monster on the field. It loses attack equal to the banished monster's attack until the end of this turn. So basically, this monster, basically your heroes are going to be difficult to get run over with this card having him around. So that's fact number 1. Fact number 2, he can be used in other ways that can be beneficial to get kind of act as an escape route. For an example, you summon him and then your opponent activate Bottomless Trap Hole. Well, let's just say you have Elemental Hero Neos Alias. You can activate Koga's effect, banish Neos Alias, reduce Koga's own attack stats by 1900, which brings him down to about 600 attack. So that would allow Koga to escape Bottomless Trap Hole because he's no longer having the attack stats of at least 1500 attack points. So there's a lot of application you can use with Koga, and it's actually a pretty decent card. It's pretty cool as well. Up next we have Mask Hero Kamikaze. It is a win attribute, level 8, warrior type, fusion monster with 2700 attack and 1900 defense, and with the effect stated, must be special summoned by mass change and cannot be special summoned by any other ways. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Interesting part of the clause. Only one monster can attack during your opponent's battle phase. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can draw one card. So this is interesting. It cannot be destroyed by battle is pretty cool. There will be some random times that you will be crashing Kamikaze into a monster with 2700 attack, which is pretty much equal to Kamikaze's own attack strength. Say for example like Fire King, High Avatar, Garunix, or Murmur Abyssally, one of these crazy scenarios. And yeah, and then you get your free +1 because of his effect that every time he kills a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you draw a card. So that's actually pretty cool. And the only one monster can attack during your opponent's battle phase is very interesting as well. Now the ultimate thing that a lot of people have been saying is that there needs to be like a really good win attribute hero in order to utilize with mass change. And there is another way, but I'll get to that in a much later sense video. But yeah. Besides that, interesting card nonetheless. But I will discuss a card a little bit later is one of the new cards, and it will have a new alternative route to bring out this card without having to run a win attribute hero monster in your main deck. So up next we have Mask Hero Darklaw, basically the Batman of the squadron. Very funny, Alessandro. It is a level 6 Dark Attribute Warrior type fusion monster with 2400 attack, 1800 defense. No, not too beefy as his other brethren, but his effect is pretty terrifying. Must be special summoned by mass change and cannot be special summoned by any other ways. Any card sent to your opponent's graveyard is banished instead. Once per turn, when your opponent adds a card or cards from their main deck to their hand, except during the draw phase, you can banish one random card from your opponent's hand. So basically it's like no to searching. You just neutralize their +1. Many meta decks nowadays rely on having cards in the graveyard, and while you have Darklaw all sitting nice and pretty and well protected, it can really severely cripple many of the meta decks now currently in this meta game. How would the meta game we shape up during the upcoming format? I really don't know, but it is still a very, very strong card, and if you can pull it off turn 1, definitely is good. And what's so great about this card is that Shadow Mist is dark attribute, so you can activate Mass Change Shadow Mist into Darklaw, like say during your opponent's turn. So you get that free +1 through Shadow Mist, get your hero monster, and Darklaw will just sit there and cause a massive disruption towards your opponent. Alright, moving on towards the spell cards. First up we have Mass Change Second. And it's a quick play spell card. Discard one card. Then target one face-up monster you control that has the level and send it to the graveyard. And if you do, special summon one Mask Hero monster from your extra deck with the same attribute as that monster, but with a higher level. This special summon is treated as a special summon with Mass Change. You can only activate one Mass Change Second per turn. So this is an alternative Mass Change card. Pretty interesting. It pretty much takes one monster with a similar attribute as the selected Mass Hero you're about to make, and you have to make sure that the monster that you're targeting has a lower level than the Mass Hero, which obviously majority of the main deck heroes have lower levels than the extra deck ones. But just it's kind of like a food for thought pointer. Pretty good card overall. Next up we have Form Change. It is a quick play spell card. And it's stated, target one hero fusion monster you control, return that monster to the extra deck, and if you do, special summon from your extra deck one Mask Hero monster with the same level as the original level of the returned monster, but with a different name. This special summon is treated as a special summon with Mass Change. So this is the alternative route to bring out Mask Hero Kamikaze that I mentioned earlier. Let's just say you bring out Mask Hero Acid, you already cause backward wipe, and then you decide, okay, let's just switch gears and play Form Change, switching Mask Hero Acid so you can use it for layer purpose, and bring out cards like Kamikaze, which Acid is level 8, and Kamikaze is level 8, so you can do that. That is a legal play. So that is an actual interesting food for thought. So yes. And then finally, our last brand new card is Mask Charge. It is a normal spell card, and it's stated target one hero monster and one change quick play spell card in your graveyard. Add those targets to your hand. So it's pretty much salvage for heroes in a way, or mask heroes, whichever one you want to go with. Overall, very good cards. And now let's get over down to the complete structure deck list, which majority of them we'll see very similar. Might not be card for card, but roughly about at least 90% of the, excuse me, about 90% of the structure deck will about be the same as the OCG. So we have one Shadow Mist, one Stratos, which is legal still in the OCG. One Elemental Hero Ocean, one Elemental Hero Woodsman, one Elemental Hero Voltic, one Elemental Hero Heed, one Elemental Hero Neos, one Elemental Hero Neos Alias, one Elemental Hero Blade Edge, one Elemental Hero Necroshade, one Elemental Hero Wildheart, one Elemental Hero Bubbleman, one Neospatial Grand Mole, one Honest, one Card Trooper, one Winged Kariba, one Summoner Monk, one Mass Change Second, one Form Change, one Mass Charge, one Mass Change, one Polymerization, one Miracle Fusion, one Parallel World Fusion, one A Hero Lives, one Hero Mask, one H Heated Heart, one E Emergency Call, one R Righteous Justice, one O Oversoul, one Rhoda, one The Warrior Returning Alive, one Pod Duality, one Foolish Burial, one Hero Signal, one Hero Blast, one Call of the Hunter, one Bombs Trap Hole, one Compulsory Evacuation Device, one Solemn Warning, one Contrast Hero Chaos, one Elemental Hero Mask Hero Koga, excuse me guys, one Mask Hero Kamikaze, one Mask Hero Dark Law, and one Elemental Hero Gaia. So overall, a very well solid, very efficient structure deck for heroes. So this is going to be interesting to see how this will affect the TCG and see how this will produce. Now, this is going to be an interesting topic. Now, I know this is kind of a touchy topic as well, and I know a lot of people have been talking a lot, and I guess I will bring up what I mentioned in the OCG ban list discussion video I did earlier. And that's the question, will Elemental Hero Stratos come back into the TCG? I really don't know what to say, guys. I mean, personally, I will say it might not be a good idea to bring back. I know some people will say that it will help the Elemental Hero structure deck and all that, but to be honest, after reviewing all the newer cards they're about to get, the deck is already strong enough without Stratos from the way it looks. They have the new retrained version of Stratos, basically, aka Shadow Mist. Honestly, I really don't know how would that really help promote the hero structure deck, because it's kind of like pushing back towards. Now, if you guys are big fans of history, it's kind of like bringing back Stratos is a sign of bringing back the old regime or the old hero decks that might get in the way of promoting the new hero structure deck, aka the new regime for heroes. If you guys know what I'm trying to get at. Would I want Elemental Hero Stratos stay banned? Not in a sense. I mean, he could come back. I mean, that's why I'm trying to get this out. But I don't agree that this is the necessity to bring heroes back into top tier status, because I think the new cards alone is more than enough to bring heroes a new era of, which is pretty much Mask Heroes. And after testing a lot with Mask Hero when we were revamping Stemna's hero build, just immediately after the September 2013 list, I'm starting to realize how good the mask heroes are. It's quite insane. So that is basically my feeling about the topic of Elemental Hero Stratos. Um, I don't really personally hate the card. Well, some I do, not as much as other people, especially a friend of mine. He hates heroes so much and what they stands for. So yeah, but um, yeah. Honestly, I don't think they really need Stratos. I think they're good enough what they are, and Shadow Mist is basically pushing for mask heroes, and that's what Konami really wants to push for. So that is kind of like my personal feeling on that topic. Um, the next topic and is that what will happen to the Omni heroes, aka the attribute heroes from the extra deck, such as Elemental Hero Nova Master, Escuridao, Absol Zero, the Shiny, a Great Tornado, Gaia. What will happen to them? It will definitely won't be the Bubble Beat that we all remember. We're gonna see a lot more mask heroes because now they're more well equipped towards the current metagame, and that's what I personally gonna see. We're not gonna see. I'm gonna say they're not going to be ceased from existence or be long forgotten. We're probably gonna see still Absolute Zero, which is still amazing, and what's the other card? The Shining, yes. So basically, I think we're still gonna see them around, and who knows? We might see the other guys in the side deck for heroes. So who knows? And also, if you guys haven't noticed about when I did my review on Shadow Mist, funny enough, Shadow Mist can add any hero monster from your deck to your hand. So what's so great about this structure deck is it's not just geared towards just elemental heroes. It's also geared towards the evil heroes and the destiny heroes. So you can do some pretty interesting techs here and there and see what you can make out of. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think heroes are going to be a force to be reckoned with during the upcoming format and with the new product coming out. Definitely after seeing the Cyber Dragon structure deck, I knew that this structure deck is going to be a big hit, and from the way things are looking with the new cards, it is definitely going to be a huge success. And that's basically my personal feeling. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this product as a whole. Would you guys want to play heroes? Would you like to pick it up? How would you attempt to counter against them if you don't like heroes, or do you hate them in that sense of fashion? And also, list one card that you are happy to see what Konami has addressed, or what change do you enjoy. So, without further ado, this is Alessandro from ThoseYGOguys. I hope you guys enjoy this special 3-year anniversary video, and I hope you guys will stay tuned for more of ThoseYGOguys. I'm your host Alessandro, and I'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.